Good evening, Talking Six fam. This is your host, Croomy, and I have the pleasure for this episode to have Martez of Elite Cigars out of Chicago.
Yes, sir.
Martez, welcome.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you for having me.
I appreciate it too. I've heard a lot about your cigars. I have some family members of mine who actually smoked your cigars before I actually got a batch.
It's a good
And I'm
thing.
like, listen, I reached out, I ordered, you sent
Yes,
some
sir.
in, and
Yes, sir.
you just jumping on the show, and I truly appreciate it.
Man, not a problem. Thank you for having me, for real.
So, today, everyone, I'm smoking Elite Cigars. I'm smoking the Spice One.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
having some black tea with it. Martez is going to tell us more about the Spice One. He's probably also going to talk about his other large lines of selections of cigars that he has. So, before I normally do this, I know there's nothing you have in your hand to toast to, but just something you would like to say before we get into it about, going into this new year right here.
Man, I hope this New Year's prosperous for us. Like, I think a lot of Black-owned cigars are really starting to take wave and starting to pick up a lot. I love the vibe. I love everything about cigars. And Black-owned cigars are the new and improved wave right now. So
it is, and it's growing,
yes,
and I'm happy that it
sir.
is growing.
Yes, sir.
So, as we get into it, Martez, please tell us, what is Elite Cigar?
Man, Elite Cigar is a Black-owned business based out of Chicago. Mostly infused cigars. That's what we really put our niche on, is the infused cigar. So, like, infused with mostly Black-owned cigar, like liquors and spirits and things like that. So, yeah, just trying to keep the whole Black-owned thing going. So that's what we're mostly about. So just trying to make it work for us. Again, we're a small company, starting in like 2019, 2018. End of 2018, 2019 is when we got started. Me and one of my other brothers, he is currently dealing with COVID as right now too. So COVID is real out here. So unfortunately, he couldn't be with us today, but he's with us in spirit.
So before you delve into it, I'm going to come back to that, like when you started, because I want to hear, I'm going to want to hear the backstory about it. So Elite Cigars is Black-owned. You're mostly infused and mostly infused with spirits and liquors from Black distilleries, companies themselves.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So before we get back to Elite Cigars and where you're based out of and your line of cigars, please tell us a little bit about who Martez is.
Man, Martez is a young Black male coming from Chicago. I'm college educated. My degree is in education. Taught second and third graders for numerous of years. Taught the GED for adult corrections. That's why I got more started with smoking cigars. Other correctional officers were smoking, and I got a wave to it, and I was just like, oh, I understand the vibe. I like it. And just figured this is where I need to be. So currently right now, I'm a married man with a wife and 4 kids, 3 daughters, 1 son. Everybody's great. Again, my oldest is 16, middle is 13, baby girl is 10, my son is 3. Yeah, man, just a family, man, just trying to make things happen for him. That's it. So
nice.
It.
Where did you graduate from?
I graduated from Lewis University. It's out in Romeoville, Illinois, 2002, 2003, somewhere up in there, yeah. Like I said, education background, I played basketball at Lewis. That was my way to get away from the inner cities, learn, just to get away. And education was my choice. So that's about it. Cool.
Any fraternities, military background, anything like that?
Nah, none of that, man. Unfortunately, I didn't. So only thing I'm affiliated with is Masonic Brothers. That's it.
Okay. What is that, if you don't mind me asking?
So Masonic is like, I'm a Mason brother. I'm based out of Joe Bloggs number 7 out of Chicago. Most worshipful Grandmaster. It's a fraternity. How about that? It is a fraternity. It's the oldest fraternity known to men. So it's just a different organization. So I rep it pretty well. And that's about it, brother.
Okay. So let's jump back to Elite Cigars because this cigar is awesome. So I want to hear more about the company and everything like that.
Appreciate you.
What was or is the inspiration behind Elite Cigars?
The inspiration behind it is really, man, like just sitting around, just sitting with my buddy's name is Aaron, who I started it with. We just sit in the backyard, just smoking, and really got tired of spending my money on other people's cigars and going into the lounges and they taxing. And I figured it's a way that we can still enjoy ourselves. And then we just dove into it, found the right company after millions and millions of tries of cigars, man. We smoked so many cigars trying to find the right one. And luckily the one that I got right now is pretty popular, is doing pretty well. So we stuck with them. And again, we've been going since 2019 and still standing, still building, still trying to make things happen. So that's what we're trying to do.
Okay. That's interesting. I mean, speaking with a lot of people, some people either they just, like how you said, wanted something in their own and kind of got tired of smoking the big label brands and or just wanted to have their own business and indulge in this, the cigar world. I mean, how long have you been smoking for?
So I've been smoking since, like I say, like 2002, 2003. So almost 20 years. So it's just, that's, again, I smelled it. I was like, what is that? Like, I never experienced anything like that until I started hanging out with them and been hooked ever since. So
was it the smell or was it the fact of, not smoking a cigarette or just the cigar itself that got your attention?
It was the smell, to be honest. Like the first one I smelled, and to be honest, brother, I want to tell you, it was like it had like a grape smell, and I was just like, what is that? Like I never smelled anything like that before. And I've been around a lot. Like I don't really do cigarettes and things like that. But that smell just caught my attention. And ever since then, been chasing that first taste ever since. So just try to.
I know it's not something we talked about, but it's a question I'm going to come back to with that. Because after you talk about your line of cigars. And you said, so you've been smoking since about 2002. Mm-hmm. And so you mentioned it a little bit, but how long since when did you get established and drop your first cigar?
2019. That 19. Was the first one. Yep.
So you've been around 2 years?
2 years, yes, sir.
Okay, and what was the first cigar that you dropped?
The first cigar that I dropped was the Pineapple Crush. It was my very first one.
Crush.
Yes, sir.
Can you talk about how that came about?
So I'm a Ciroc drinker, and that's my favorite drink. And I was, again, just smoking the spice one, just with it, and just trying to get it. I was just like, oh, man, like, I think we should try to infuse it. So I went on to infuse and looking up how to infuse cigars, and Ciroc was in my hand, and the pineapple, I got a pineapple flavor from like Amazon or something, and mixed it together. Like I said, I tried it a million times, bro, before I got it right, or before I even put it out to the market. So I would pass out like samples or do like bootleg focus groups with my friends and just see how did they, take heed to them. And once everybody's giving me the okay, it was just like I pushed it out there and I went hard with it and been doing it since.
So before I get into, you talked about, you just mentioned that, your vodka, you like the pineapple,
mm-hmm.
You like, I guess, flavored alcohol too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so before we get into why mainly infused, you said the pineapple Crush was the first one. How many cigars does Elite Cigar have at the current moment?
It's 10 right now at the current moment. We have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 9 at the current moment. No, it's 10. 1, 2, 10 at the current moment. Yep.
Okay. You mind running them down a little bit if you don't mind?
No, not at all. We got the Thin Mint. We got a white Hennessy, a Georgia Peach, the Uncle Spice 1. We got the Dream. We got a Coffee Roll, Pineapple Crush, the Glen, and the Chicago mix is what I have.
And I think the first one I had of yours was the Spud Webb.
I didn't name the Spud Webb. I don't even have the Spud Webb on this one. In the Spud Webb, so I have 11 cigars there. I forgot all about the Spud Webb.
That was very good. I enjoyed the Spud Webb. It was like
Did you?
I had like a quick 20 minutes to myself.
Yeah.
And it fit right in that time frame. It was just like a perfect relaxation
time,
smoke real quick.
That's good. So that's cigar that that's my cutting the grass cigar. That's what I do when I'm cutting my grass. So I needed something quick, and like the other cigars burned for at least 40 minutes, and it wasn't taking me that long to cut my grass. So I just needed something quick and not feel like I'm wasting a cigar. That ash is burning. I like the way that's burning too. I'm looking at your cigar right now.
Oh man, yo, dude, I'm ordering more spice ones as soon as I can. I'm ordering more spice ones. I'm being real with you.
Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I'm gonna take care of you, man. You ain't got to order it. I'm gonna send it to you. I appreciate that.
So
you'll definitely get those.
You have 10 to 11, but why mainly infused?
So the mainly infused is so I like to drink when I go, and when I smoke cigars, I like to drink. So that's why I chose to go infused. And then, like I said, it's not many infused companies that have the cigar. So I figured I needed a niche that make Elite stand out. And that's what it was. The infused, I mean, it took me places I ain't never think, but it's great for me in our company. So that's the reason why it was, I needed to stand out. And the alcohol stood out. And people, and I'm gonna tell you one thing. So when I go into the lounges, right, and I see how brothers are, what they drinking and why they smoking their cigars, I'm like, okay, why I go home and try this one? See if I can try this, or what you guys think about this, or what you guys think about that. So I went through so much and so many alcohols and so many things to try to make sure I find the right one. And I've been doing it, like I say, for the last 2 years. It's been trying to, but I think the lineup that I have right now is perfect for me. So that's the reason why.
Is the infusing process one? This is like, I guess it's going to be like a 2-3 part question. One,
no problem.
Is the infusing process lengthy? Two, are you like hand rolling these cigars yourself, or are you, like if you don't mind breaking it down a little bit, how you go about, I don't want you to give everything out, but
I got you. So that's the 2 parts, right? So the infusing it usually takes me about I want to say maybe 2 weeks before. So if I use, and usually like 2 weeks to make sure that they right and that they dry. Okay. So usually, and I'm not hand rolling. So I have a buddy down that's in Miami that his father owns a factory in Nicaragua, and he sends them up, and that's how I get the cigar that you're smoking right now.
Okay.
So once I get them, I infuse them. Like I say, 2 weeks, I let them do their thing, and then I let them dry, and then I try to ship out as quick as possible. So I still got the flavor, and it still got everything, the smell and everything is still right. And that way people, once they smell them, they keep coming back. And they never I try not for them to be wet. If they wet, then I just resend cigars, but that haven't been the case in a while. So,
because as soon as I opened my box, it was like, oof, it was all up in there.
That's a good thing.
It was all up in there. My cousin's a big fan of the Dream. I gifted him the Dream. He's a big fan of it.
Good.
He ordered, he ordered from you before, so that's why I kind of, I was already put onto Elite and everything.
Okay, that's good, man. Who's your cousin, if you don't mind me asking?
Man, ask you one more question. Why the name Elite?
Man, Elite, I don't know. I figured I needed something strong, right? So it was just like, and to be honest, bro, it stood out. Like Elite Cigars just stood out to me. I went over maybe 10 names, but Elite is the one that stood out. So I figured we need to be standout. We need to be something that's going to attract the people's attention, and it worked for me. So that's why I chose Elite.
Okay. So, I know we like breezing through. I mean, I'm out here. I'm dealing in the cold, but it's all worth it for this interview and to talk with you.
I appreciate
I had
you.
to come at you with this a little bit. You know what I mean? Madison
Madison
Square
Square
Garden,
Garden. Okay.
New York Knicks. You know,
The old Knicks. Okay.
I
I
set that
hear
up
you.
on purpose since you're from
I see.
Chicago. You know.
I hear you. Friendly rivalry, ain't nothing wrong with it.
You know, I just had to come. You know, I got to represent New York a little bit on this show right now.
I hear you. Ain't nothing wrong with it, bro.
But you said the first cigar I believe you said the first cigar you smoked and the smell was like a grape cigar, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Have you thought about doing an elite grape infused cigar? Or
I have. So that's what's next. I know you put it on the question that you was gonna ask. So that's the next one that I'm working on right now is the grape. So I'm giving it a trial run right now just to see how it worked out, see what alcohol is going to take it. So that's my biggest thing, right? So I have to make sure that the alcohol and the flavor go well together. So I don't know if I'm gonna do a whiskey. I don't know if I'm gonna do a vodka. So I'm doing both right now just to see how it works and see which one works best for the brand. So
okay,
that's what's next.
Are you just coming out? Are you just working on? Well, you know, I didn't really get into it. I didn't ask it, but
that's cool.
You know, you're already getting into the Talking Sticks question of the hour. So you said the grape. You're working on that. Is it just going to be one cigar you're working on, or you got a couple up in the sleeves that are going to drop in? And if so, which one can we expect soon?
So the next one that will drop will be the grape. That will be my next one to drop. So the one after that, I'm looking for like a premium cigar, right? That's probably going to be my next biggest thing to focus on. I've been dealing with a few, factories right now. Excuse me, that's trying to see what's next. So, but the grape will be the next, and then I'm looking for a premium cigar. That's no flavors, none of the infused things. That I'm just want one cigar that's not infused that's going to carry the brand. So
the premium is going to be like the Spice One or the Chicago Mix. You know, just straight notes and flavor, just straight notes and
notes and
stuff
flavor.
like that.
Yes, sir.
Full body or medium body?
So probably medium to full is what I'm looking at.
I do, like I said, I'm going to say it again. I do love the Spice One right here.
I appreciate it.
And I think that the Barber Pole is the next one I'm going to try.
Okay.
And
that's one of my favorites. That is one of my favorites. The Chicago mix. So the Chicago mix, I don't know if you know about Chicago. They have a popcorn. It's like caramel and cheese. So they call it the Chicago mix when you combine them together. So that's where I got the idea from.
Nice.
So that's why, so the Barber Pole and the Chicago mix, they went well together. So that's where that idea came from.
Nice. Any cigar shows or events that Elite is expected to be at, so the viewers can look forward to it and attend it, when it comes about?
Yeah, so the next thing that I got going on is the cigar event in Charlotte is the next one that I have coming up. I just got invited to that a couple weeks ago, and I'm looking forward to that. The dates I don't know off the top of my head, but that's the next big event that I got going on for myself right now. So
Charlotte Cigar Week.
Charlotte. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So I'm looking forward to that. And again, I've been pretty much local for a long time, so I just do like in the neighborhood of Chicago, not too far. But when they reached out, they were the same thing. They was like, "Man, I've been hearing about you. Like, I heard you got a good cigar. I need to check it out. We want to invite you." I was so excited. I didn't know what to do with myself. Sorry, man. I didn't know what to do with myself. So, man, I was excited. I'm not gonna lie, man. Small time, and like I said, I'm small town right now, local, if that's what you want to call it. So to get that invite was such an honor, and let me know like all the work that I've been putting in is worth it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's days that I'd be like, it ain't working for me. I can't catch a break. Things is not, not the way I envisioned it. And to be honest, like this is the second interview that I have, right? And I'm very appreciative, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I've been doing it for so long and I look and see other people doing it. I'm like, man, what am I doing wrong? Like, how do I get their attention? Like, what do I need to bring in? I used to, dive into people like instant messenger, but like, man, just check me out. Like I'll send you whatever you want, you know what I'm saying, just to get the attention. And to be honest, a lot of time it was just like, all right, I'm selling myself short because I know I got a good cigar, but I'm just not getting the attention that I think I deserve. So it's just about being humble, and I learned to humble myself a lot and just see how things take me. You know what I'm saying? The cigars are taking me where I need to be right now. So it's
I
booming
feel
for
you,
me.
man. Well, that's why I say that's what Talking Six here is here for, man. Like, we all mostly got into the cigar, culture and life, smoking the big brand names, and then we decided to take that step or that challenge and create something of our own for the culture,
Yes,
to
sir.
be a part of the culture. And
Yes, sir.
some people sometimes they just buy the big names, but Talking Six, the show, my page, everything is for the entrepreneur.
Yes, sir.
Like it takes so much, especially if you entrepreneuring and you're working 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Yes,
sir.
Nobody, only few can understand the
Yes,
passion
sir.
and the
Yes,
everything
sir.
that goes into it.
Yes,
So
sir.
one thing I always say with Talking Sticks is my concept of it was to let social media do what social media does. And
Yeah.
I always say, if people can go viral off of a meme or falling down the stairs or something like
Yeah.
that, why can't we
Yes,
promote
sir.
each other to have our businesses go viral
I
and
appreciate that.
get seen worldwide? So
Appreciate you, bro.
I'm here. You see, I'm always gonna take pictures, take posts, tag you,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
promote you to
I
other people.
appreciate it.
So
Yeah.
before we go, is there anything else that you would like to highlight about yourself or Elite Cigars that I may not have asked?
So the next thing that I want to promote for myself is that we're looking to have our own cigar lounges next. So I'm working on that, working on the correct paperwork and everything. So I'm looking maybe fall 2022 to get everything rolling. So I have pretty much everything that I need, and just trying to find the right location. So that's the biggest thing for myself right now. And like I say, I humble myself, and I'm noble enough to know that it's not going to be everything at that moment, but down the line, it's going to be worth the while. So that's what I got, and I'm looking forward to building, and that's what I got going on for me.
Well, keep me updated on that endeavor and that journey, because I'm definitely going to kick it out and promote it.
Appreciate you.
When that launch date happens, let me know, because I'll be on a flight
Yes,
down to
sir.
Chi-Town, to be a part of it and to be there and support.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that, bro.
Please tell the Talking Six family in the world, where they can find you at, your social media, your website, anything like that.
Man, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, at Elite Cigar Club Chicago. Email is the same thing, eliteclubchicago@gmail. We take orders all over. Phone number you can reach us at is 773-798-8433. I'll take orders on my phone while I'm at work. I don't care if you're calling you and I answer. You send me a text if I don't. Like, I'll take any kind of orders, any kind of way. So, and I appreciate everything that everybody's doing, and let's keep it alive, man. That's what I got.
All right, so everyone, you heard it. Please go and follow Elite Cigars at Elite Cigars Chicago on Instagram, Facebook, Elite Cigar Club. Please, please, please go and follow and support. He take orders all kinds of ways, so I can't even repeat it. But support. He got cigars for everybody. Infused.
Yes,
and if you want, an earthy, spicy tone cigar, he has that. As I told everyone, I just told him, I've tried the mint. It's very good. Spice one, it's on my to-go for now on cigar list.
Yes, sir.
And just please go and support. Martez, if there's nothing else, I truly appreciate you. You're helping to extend my platform to the individuals in Chicago and that follow you. And we'll be in touch, and we'll keep working together, because
thank
that's
you, man.
what we
I appreciate it. Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
Talking Sticks family, if there's nothing else, as I always say, once again, it's still the new year, so Happy New Year. Push for your goals, follow your dreams, push for your passion, and peace, love, and God bless.
God bless.